Hello everyone to Total War Shogun 2 gameplay. So this gameplay is gonna be a battle replay, and hopefully this will be posted on Shug Greek Armo's channel. Thank you Shug for posting the video. I hope you get a few likes here, at least a few views. Alright, so this battle will be, I will be playing as the Chosokabe clan, and my opponent is gonna be the Besho clan. So this was against the AI computer. The difficulty was on normal, so the PC will make a lot of mistakes. So let's start away. Let's load it up. So before we start the battle, disclaimer: I am not a professional Total War player. I have made many mistakes as well, so do not attack Shuk on that or me. This is my first video, so that's the disclaimer. So as we can see on the battlefield, I will be deploying on this yellow zone here, and my opponent will be deploying on the red zone. He will definitely try to capture this area. Alright, so before we get started, I'm gonna pause right there. Okay, so since this is my first video, I'm gonna clear a few things about Shogun 2. So Shogun 2, Total War Shogun 2 is basically a turn-based campaign. However, the fun is when the battles begin. So in the battles, the game becomes a completely real-time strategy, and that's where the fun is. Okay, so in Shogun 2, this is basically based in Japan. So there are some Japanese words that you might need to get aware of. So this is my army. I have, from the front lines, I have in the front bow ashigarus. So you know what bow means. Ashigaru means peasant warriors, but these guys aren't really peasants. They are pretty well trained. So I have bow ashigarus. I have 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Most of them are low rank. That's only 1 chevron. That's none. That's 1 chevron, 1 chevron, and the like. Okay, behind them I've got Yari Ashigaru. So Yari means a spear. So again, most of them are 1 chevron, 1 chevron, occasionally 2 chevrons. So they're all low ranked. Then I've got my generals. I've got 2 generals, 1 chevron and 2 chevron. This is my main general. So behind them I've got 1 Yari Ashigaru to defend my generals in case they try to flank me. So this is my formation for this battle. So what I've got over here all the way hidden in the forest is Yari cavalry. So this is basically cavalry with spears. So because they have spears, anybody with spears has a bonus against other cavalry, but they aren't really good against anyone else. So I've got them hidden away into the forest so that my opponent cannot see them. Right, let's take a moment to look at look at my enemy. Alright, so this, okay, I'm a bit lost, sorry. So that was my army here. My opponent is going to hold this hill. So my opponent is made up of, okay, so my opponent clearly does outnumber me. I cannot see some of his troops who are hidden in this forest here. So they've got bows, 3 chevrons, that's high rank. That's another 3 chevron bow, another 4 chevron bow ashigaru. They've got Yari Ashigaru, Yari samurai. Okay, samurais are more trained fighters. So yeah, they're definitely more trained. So that's a 3 chevron Yari samurai, another 2 chevrons, 3 chevrons. So these are pretty highly ranked units. Behind them all, he's got 3 generals, 3 chevron, 2 chevron, and 1 chevron respectively. So he's got 3 generals leading his army. So that's gonna give them very big morale boost. Right, so clearly I am outnumbered in this battle. I did count them before, so according to my count, these guys have 9 Yari, Samurai, and Ashigarus. Some of them are hidden here, and they've got 4 bow Ashigarus. That's 9 Yari and 4 bows against 6 bows and 6 Yari. So they're definitely outnumbering me and definitely outranking me. They even have the battlefield advantage, which I'll go through just in a moment. But in Total War Shogun 2, strategy, tactics, and brains are definitely more important than what you bring on the battlefield. Yes, what you bring in the battlefield does matter, but tactics matter more. Okay, moving on to the battlefield here. So these guys are the defending army, so they can just stay there and bide the time. If they can hold that position for an hour, they win. But if I cannot kill them by that moment, rout them, then I will lose. Now they have the advantage here on the battlefield side because they've got high mountain cover and forest cover. So what happens in high area is that they get a bonus melee, and if I'm charging at them, and the most important part is the forest. So what happens in the forest is that when you shoot into the forest, that means when my bow or Shigaru will shoot into the forest, they will have very less accuracy because most of the arrows are going to hit the trees. However, when they shoot from the forest to the plains where it's totally empty, they're going to have better accuracy than me. Definitely, because there's nothing blocking their view. Right. So when I enter this battle, I know that I'm outnumbered, I'm outranked. The only way to get them is to cut their morale. And the only way to cut their morale, by the way, the morale is this green bar here. The only way to cut their morale is to kill all of their generals. Not 1, not 2, all of their generals. I had to kill the generals first. So that was the plan. Let's start the first play. So this is the battlefield details. Okay, these red markers are the range of my bows. The first order I gave them was to establish a foothold in the forest. However, as we can see, my opponent will not allow me to establish a foothold there. If I advance there, his bows are going to strike me, and that is not going to be a good thing for me. So I could not establish a foothold in the forest. I'm going to give them an order to pull back soon. Alright, so what I'm doing now is moving my Yari cavalry a little bit slowly. What I need them to do is come to this forest, hide, go behind their enemy lines, get into this forest, and then slowly move into this forest, and then charge at their generals. If the generals look fairly undefended, so if I can get the generals, I can get their army, even though they do outnumber me. So yes, I have given my army the order to settle for a formation over here. So that's what they're doing, they're falling into formation here. As you can see, this formation serves me well. So why in this position? Why in this formation? Because as you can see in the red markers, my range extends to almost outside the forest. So what I want is that they come out of the forest and then face my fire. Because when they're out of the forest, they no longer have that accuracy advantage over me. So I want them to come out of the forest and then face my arrows. I'm not going to go any further inside because they're going to have the advantage over me. Now what this does is, when I maintain this formation, I've pinned them down to here. They can't really move out of this forest. If they try to flank me from this direction or from that direction, my army can easily just face that way or that way and then hurl them with my arrows. I clearly have bow superiority, but they negate that superiority because of the forest and because of their battlefield advantage. So by holding my position here, I will pin them down to their position and I will force them to wait, and with that time I'm going to get my cavalry behind them. As you can see, my cavalry are moving behind their lines. And till now they haven't really noticed. Okay, so they're making a move, they're moving forward. They're moving forward fast. So I guess this was a strategy to intimidate me. They wanted me to move back, but I'm not. I know they're stuck just as much as I am. Okay, well, I'm gonna pause it right there. So since all of the units are running, I can see them all right now, so I can count them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 bows. He's got 4 bows. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 yari. I was right. Alright. And 3 generals, obviously. Okay. So they're trying to move forward just to intimidate me. They're not really going to charge at me. Yeah, they wouldn't do that. But what he does right now is quite stupid. He charges one of his generals at me. I'm not sure why he did it. He probably didn't see that I had 2 units of Yari cavalry there. But this general is going to get decimated. So before they move into battle, he does bring 1 Yari Ashigaru, but he doesn't bring him into the battle. So I'm guessing that he thought he can take my Yari cavalry down, and he didn't notice this other unit I had. So he thought that with his greater rank, he could take down my cavalry. But here we go. So we have first contact. So my second unit is gonna attack him from the back. He's losing men. He's losing men fast. That's 15, 14. His morale is low. So he brings his other general to hit my men from the back. And to some extent he does succeed. He does kill some of my men. So battle rages on here. However, he's gonna lose this battle because most of these people are dead. This one's dead. This one's gonna die pretty soon, even with a higher rank. He cannot handle 2 units which have a bonus against cavalry. Well, they do not have that bonus, so I am going to surround him. I'm gonna shut him down. Right there.
My lord, their general has fallen! A cutting blow!
So 2 of their generals are dead. Right there. So the thing is, when he realizes they're dead, he then moves his Yari Ashigaru to kill me. That's a bit late. So this is a very costly mistake for him. But let's not forget that even though he does play that gamble, he still has 1 general left. And as long as he has even 1 general left, it doesn't really make a difference. His troops are still gonna have a high morale. So there we go. He's chasing me with his Yari Ashigaru, but my horses can run faster than him, so I'm gonna run away for the moment. So basically what I'm gonna, since he's gonna follow me, he's chasing me out. So basically what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna move my cavalry into this patch of the forest at full speed. So he's gonna mistake that. He's gonna think that I'm actually withdrawing them from the battlefield, but I'm not. I'm just gonna hide them in the forest. They won't be able to see that. So they're gonna stop the chase and then turn back. See, they think I'm out of those 2 units are out of the battle. So now they're moving back. Moving back to reinforce the position here. So what they're doing here is a final general position. They're restructuring their formation. They're getting ready to attack me. Or maybe just refining their strategies. I'm not sure. Yeah, they're definitely getting into a better position, hiding the troops in the forest. So my objective right now is to kill this guy. And the people who are going to be doing that are these sneaky little bastards here. Alright, so I'm moving my cavalry up to their points. I'm going to do it fast so that it doesn't notice. There we go, moving the forest. Right now, we're in the same forest. Okay, my units are now hidden again. Yep. Alright, Now that my units are hidden, he's stuck here. He can't really move forward. If he moves forward, he gets into my range. I will kill him. If I move forward, I get into his range. He will kill me. So I'm guessing his range is around here. But my attention is right now is over here. So I'm taking a little break here. My men are a bit tired. They're confident. They're winded. Encouraged. So they're a bit tired. They're winded. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna fast forward a bit. So I'm gonna wait till they're fresh and ready for the fight. Alright, they're fresh, but I'm gonna wait a little more so that they remain fresh. Because they have to charge, kill these people and charge back. Because he's got a line of spearmen here, and he's got archers. So I'm gonna take some losses, yeah, but I need to make sure that these people don't get tired when they're charging and retreating. Alright, so I'm gonna give them the order to charge pretty. Alright, there we go. So they're charging now to take the general down from the back. They're not gonna know what hit him. Alright, there we go. Let's see how many men they lose. Alright.
Units, my lord. Treacherously meant to ambush us.
Okay, so he does lose quite half of his men. His spearmen are rushing towards to defend him. Okay, my men are pulling back. Oh, they're getting some fire. Yep, they're getting fired at. Oh damn, this guy's almost died. The morale is really low. But they pulled out in time. These guys are pulling out. The general is not going to pursue. If he pursues, he's gonna die. So he's not gonna pursue. He's just gonna go back to his position. So I pulled my cavalry back into the forest, hidden again. So I'm gonna force him to think that I'm gone again. But not that fast. I'm gonna have to attack him again because his general is not dead. This one is his general, and he's gotta die. He's not dead yet, so I have to attack one more time. Whoa, okay, so they are making a move over here. They are going to attack me. So I make a move too. I'm gonna move a little forward. I need to distract them. Another attack against their general while their spearmen are so close is not gonna work. So I'm gonna have to distract them. So I move my men forward a little bit. I'm gonna put my men into loose formations so that they do not suffer too many casualties. Alright, so these people are in range. They're gonna hit me. There they are. Okay, so my men have also fired. Their men, I am. Okay, so I use fire arrows. But they're not doing much damage. Why? Because they have forest cover. And forest cover is good for them, bad for me. So I've successfully kept him busy here. So he's being reinforced again, 2 people. And I'm gonna take some losses here, I guess. So I'm taking a few losses here. And he's being protected because of the trees. Yes, I am losing this battle. I mean, this immediate battle, but the actual battle is happening here. I am moving my horses, my cavalry, through the forest, behind the general, in 2 flanks. So while my enemy is busy hurling arrows and looking at me, his general is gonna bite the dust. Watch it. There we go. So this is him. And it's gonna die pretty soon.
My lord,
And
their
he's dead.
general has fallen.
Alright,
Cutting through.
these spearmen were too late. They were too busy trying to protect the bows. My cavalry are just gonna get out of the fight straight right now. They're gonna retreat and get back to my lines right now. Alright, So the generals are all down. 3 of the generals are down. You can already see their hit morale. The morale is already yellow. These guys are gonna die. Okay, so they have suffered some casualties, but they're gonna take forest cover. So they're gonna get protected there. Ooh, we've got some action. Alright. These guys are very highly ranked archers, and they're gonna bring some pain. Okay, they're attacking my Yari samurai. They're gonna bring some pain to my men. Yeah, I am losing my men. And I'm not really doing much damage to them because they have heavy forest cover. So we have arrows going this way and that way. And yet I am not doing much damage. I have lost a lot of men here. Something has to be done. So once again I move my cavalry in. I know that my cavalry has a very high chance of dying. But this charge was completely necessary. I had to kill these guys inside cover. Right, so these guys are almost done for. Okay, my cavalry are gonna suffer. They've got their Yaris merging with the cavalry. My cavalry needs to move back right now. So my cavalry are retreating. Oh, looks like they charged with one of their Yari Yashigarus. But he's not gonna survive very long. So this guy's dead. So these Yari Yashigarus have chased my cavalry too far, and they're gonna pay the price for it. So my men are gonna charge and gonna kill them from behind. Look at them, they're gonna die. So at this point, my entire right flank has advanced into the position. My left flank is still holding. My cavalry are not in the position to enter battle again, so I'm gonna pull them back. Alright, so my left flank is now moving forward.
My lord, treacherously meant to ambush us.
They are facing some casualties. Soon I'm gonna have the upper hand. So we've got battle here. Okay, let's do a battle. They are reclaiming their position. Then move forward. Their bows are down. I think all of their bows are down by now. Right. At this point, the best thing in the battle is that they no longer have missile fire superiority, because my bows are here. They're hitting them comfortably without being tanked. So right now I have missile superiority, and I'm moving my bows forward so they can support the men that are fighting in the front lines. We have front line battle right here. I'm gonna move my generals forward. So there we go. This is okay. I'm gonna pause a bit right there to see the battlefield situation. So we've got fire. Their archers are running away. So we've got fighting erupting from here. They're holding the line there. So they still do outnumber me. And there's a bit of a difference here. They definitely outnumber me. However, the reason I'm gonna win this is because of their morale. Look at that. They're tired. Morale is lower than mine. And my morale will be high because I will have generals here, and I will have missile fire raining down upon them. So that is a big morale killer for them. So let's enjoy the fight a bit, dispute. It's only a matter of time. So okay, so I'm gonna watch this battle. Okay, that's some samurai action there. Whoa. Oh. So it seems like I'm
glorious
winning.
victory will soon be
Yep,
yours.
their men are gonna pull back. My general is supporting them. They're rallying the troops. They're moving back. There we are. They're falling back. My bows are doing a number on them comfortably. I'm moving my cavalry back. I mean forward, because there's really no threat anymore. So battle hasn't ended here, so I'm
Our
gonna attack
general
both
is in
flanks.
grave danger, my lord.
Not really. Battle's almost over. Right now they are completely surrounded because the lines have shattered. Lines have shattered because they fell back. They fell back because their morale was low. The morale was low because the generals are dead. These guys are still putting up a fight. It's commendable. These must be the highly ranked ones. Whoa, this guy's cool. This guy's surrounded, but he's still living. Okay, so one of my men died. My own arrows. He's killed one. Whoa, this guy's good. Okay, he's finally dead. And this guy's dead too. Right, so let's look at the battlefield. It's littered. We've got a few blue here and there. Yeah, there's plenty of blue here. Plenty of reds. Plenty of reds. That's a lot of dead bodies. There we go. There's one fight here. Their archers died right here. Right, so what's happening now is my generals and cavalry are chasing down this last regiment here. So they actually had a lot of men left, but they're retreating because they're shattered, they're very tired, they're concerned because the entire army is retreating. The PC made quite a few mistakes here. I'm gonna shelter them. So firstly, they shouldn't have exposed their generals to me. They should have protected the generals better. They should have looked at the battlefield. They should have noticed my cavalry sneaking up on them. And then even after the generals were dead, they should not have charged into me. They should have let me charge. So those were some of the mistakes he did. Let's watch these guys bite the dust. Okay, so this is actually funny. This guy is the only one who's alive, and he's running away. My troops think that he's dead, but he's not. So, there my horses are moving back to kill him. One guy, and he's coming right back. He tries his best to get out of the way, but oh shit. Okay, so he's still in midair. So there we are. I had a close victory. Actually, not really. I really didn't have that many losses. So my cavalry really helped in this battle. I had to be sneaky, but that's what Total War is about. It's not about numbers. It's not about rank. It's about strategy. Okay, so disclaimer once again, I am not a professional player. This is against the computer. I've made a lot of mistakes too. I just made this so that you could enjoy. So thank you for watching.